Hey, what is up, movie viewers? Dena Mo Views and Reviews here, asking what you watching. Well, today I am watching Troll, starring Ina Marie Willman, Kim Falk, Matt Sojogard Peterson, Gard B. Eisball, Pal Richard Lunderby, and Eric Varin Holt. Roar Uthog is the director. It is produced by Espen Horn, Christian Strand-Sinkert, Espen Alkin, and Roar Uthog also wrote it. Now, this movie opens with a father and his daughter. They are hiking, and the father, whose name is Tobias, they're in Norway. They're in the Norwegian mountains. And his name is Tobias, the father, and he is telling his daughter, whose name is Nora, a story about a time in history when giant trolls roamed the earth. And that the place that they are hiking is the actual location that he believes these trolls lived. Now, Tobias has a broad knowledge and understanding of these stories, and he explains to his daughter that the Norwegians believe in trolls, and she sees it as mythology, but he is taking it more seriously. He even gives her a little nursery rhyme of sorts about the trolls that he sings with her. Now, this film fast forwards a decade or two, and there are government officials that are digging their way through the Dover Mountains, and an explosion occurs. And with this explosion, it seems to awaken a colossal, surreptitious creature, one that leaves a huge hole in the ground that turns out to be an enormous footprint. Now, the government is seeking help to identify exactly what kind of mammoth creature it is that left this footprint. And they want to rule out that it is not a dinosaur that they have awakened. So they locate Nora. And Nora is now a grown adult, and she is a paleontologist. For anyone who may not already know, a paleontologist is a person who studies or is an expert in the branch of science concerned with fossil animals and plants. So they rush to pick her up in a helicopter and bring her to identify this mysterious hole that they have found. And she does, and she confirms that it is indeed a footprint. And later, after footage is found on a cell phone by a person that was actually there at the scene of the incident, they see a video, and she was able to rule out that the creature is not a dinosaur that emerged from the tunnel of the Dover Mountains. She further confirms that the giant hole in the ground is in fact a footprint, and after seeing the creature in the picture on the cell phone, she decides to go visit with her father. Now, her father is, of course, a folklore professor, and he is looked upon nowadays as crazy because of his beliefs in the existence of mountain trolls. So he is looked upon as a peculiar or bizarre individual. Tobias continues to live in those same mountains, on the mountainsides. Now, although he has previously been put in a mental institution in the past because of his extensive belief in these trolls, he is still holding a wealth of knowledge about what they call mythology regarding these trolls. This is when we learn that Nora and Tobias have been estranged from one another for quite some time. When they meet, there is clearly tension there. But the tension at this moment seems so awkward because she goes to her father to get further information about this creature that she saw in the video. And it obviously appears to be a troll. I mean, she saw the footage, but she is kind of reluctant to accept that. And she still calls it a myth. And she has this disdain for her father because he had the knowledge and Even though she came to him to confirm what she saw on film, get further information about the troll, she was still treating him like he was lying or absent-minded. That made absolutely no sense to me in this film. I mean, the father and daughter storyline scenario just did not work for me. I think it was an attempt to make this 150-foot humanoid creature that was supposed to be made of earth and stone. I think they were trying to compare him to a Godzilla of sorts. But I think the writer could not decide if he wanted the troll to be regarded as blameless or unscrupulous. I think the writer was not certain how he wanted to portray the troll, because you just didn't know with what we saw on screen. I just did not get the storyline or plot completely. It was just not clear its purpose for coming to the town Oslo, or how Nora could still consider her dad a quack even after she saw this 150-foot troll with her own eyes. I felt like this movie was all over the place. It kind of just felt like one of those B movies to me. And then to go through all of the trouble to try and trap it, then there is all of a sudden this moral dilemma about whether or not to let it just live and exist or continue to crush the town and its people. I did not get the significance of the troll being able to smell Christian blood. I didn't understand what that meant. It seems like some material that was vital to the audience understanding the storyline was left out. It was omitted, and I'm sure it would have helped the film watcher, to better understand it. Like the reason for the mass troll grave and the skeletons located at the palace, and why did the troll choose to save a little girl, and what of this troll king? Perhaps a better backstory would have helped to follow along with this storyline, perhaps, and it would have given the movie more depth. And this is why I gave this film a 1 out of 5 stars. It was not a very violent or grotesque movie. I have to admit, the mean face on the troll on the movie cover had me expecting blood and gore. Like you would expect to see in some stories about gargantuan angry beasts. But this movie just had no real profoundness to me, and it lacked any real depth. It is indeed a monster movie, but I honestly wasn't afraid of the monster. Maybe it was how it was meant to be. Maybe it was more of symbolism than sadistic. I can't say, but from the ending, I am predicting a sequel. Maybe it is a Norway or perhaps a Norwegian's way of creating their own version of Godzilla or King Kong movie genre. I don't know, but it's something to think about. Anywho, Troll is rated mature TV 14. And if you would like to check it out, you most certainly can, because it is now streaming on Netflix. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comment on this particular movie. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. This has been Dena Views and Reviews. Join me for my next movie review and recommendation. And remember, it's my view. Now, what you watching?